Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. I was watching this show called How to Get Away with Murder, and it's got Viola, what's her name? I forget her last name, but anyway, she's a black lady, plays the attorney, strong, powerful role, shows weakness too, but she, it's a good role. It's an interesting story. She's a professor of law at a prestigious university, very well respected, Professor Keating, and she gets off very difficult clients, but there's another thriller going on inside of the story, which is kind of interesting. And to have a black leading lady, protagonist of sorts, sometimes antagonist, who, was groundbreaking, and I think she won an Oscar, and of course said how Hollywood was racist. But the reason why I bring her up is I bring up the show because it's got gratuitous gay sex. It'll show these two guys. This one guy is blatantly gay, and he targets men to, for sex or whatever. And it's just over the top. You can tell that the director or whoever's doing it wants to offend your sensibilities and make you just go like, oh gosh. Scenes that quite frankly go on too long. I watched the other day, and it was a gay, scene or whatever. A guy needed some information and decided to pump it out of his boyfriend, pardon the pun. And it was the first time that I've seen one of the scenes in that show where they didn't completely overdo it. It was innuendo. They, kind of a playful kiss, and then it's moved off into the next day. But it's like I said, gratuitous to say the least. Anyway, the reason why I want to bring this up is because there's a show out there called The Sinner. The Sinner, not center. The Sinner is in, sinning before the eyes of the Lord. Sinner. Person who commits sins. Do you watch this show? You guys watch it? You even know about it? You know about it? You don't? Okay. Well, it features the latest one, I think, because I don't watch it. So I'll just be blunt. I don't watch it. I have most of these things I'm talking about. I'm not going to watch it. I don't have time, number one, and I don't have an inclination. But what's interesting about this one is the show features incestuous teen lesbian sex. Teen lesbian sex. And the show, from what I'm told, is geared towards kind of younger audiences. Anybody know? Again, I don't watch it. So it got me thinking, why? What is it? Would the show, here's my litmus test. Does the show do better with or without the scene? And I remember when I was working on prepositions, and people would say, well, is it extraneous information? Does it move the plot along or whatever? So you have this, in the case of How to Get Away with Murder, the gay guy sleeps with people to get information. Okay. I don't have to see it. I just have to know, hey, you want to go back to my place? Sure. They go, cut away, back to the office the next day. Yeah, hey, I happened to get the information. How'd you get it? I can't kiss and tell. I get it. Because that's kind of what happened anyway. But no, they got to show, all the hot and heavy. Now this show, The Sinner, features teen lesbian sex, two girls. I told you when John Legend cast for his video, anti-Trump video, John Legend cast for white and Hispanic girls to kiss on camera. Preferable if they are gay, and it would show that, the Trump is not love and John Legend is, and the left is love, and love, 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 love. All we need is love. And it bothers me because I didn't see The Sinner, but the way it was described when I was reading the article, I was like, you don't even need that. The agenda's so clear. Shove it down their throats. Anyway, something else I want to talk about. So Donald Trump obviously has these resorts. And people become members, which is normal, right? Well, they're tracking 4,500 Trump golf members and outing them, I guess, politically. I don't know what they're doing. Are they going to check with Zuckerberg? Hey, Zuckerberg, can you check Kevin Jackson? He's a member over at Trump International. See what he's got going. See if we can extort him, intimidate him. What else could you possibly want with this information? I don't even know that it was credit cards and all that. Does it matter? Who snooped in and decided, you know what? I want to get this information on Kevin Jackson. That's why I tell people I wrote my book. So if anybody goes, well, you did so-and-so. And I go, yeah, I did that. I think it was on like page 117. I talked about something similar. And then I sang the song, Please Be Patient With Me. God is not through with me yet. Oh, man. So, where are we at? We got 4,500 people who, I guess, I don't know if hackers did this or whatever, but they got this information, and now they're like essentially saying to these people, we have your information, and you better do it. What do you want them to do? Vote Hillary? A little late. She's not running again. So what do you want them to do? You want them to beg for their identity or their information back? From what I'm told, they didn't get like credit card and stuff like that. They got membership information, which, could be valid. I don't know. I've never been one to want to steal people's information. Why would you do that? You steal their identity. I get it. Maybe you don't like yours. Self-hate. You don't like your identity? Let me steal somebody's identity. That'll do it. Run up some bills in their name. Make their lives miserable because why? I'm a leftist. That's what I do, right? Anyway, it bothers me that people see that type of extortion and use it as a political toy. They want to I can't compare it to this because it's not totally fair. But what's that site that like gives people hookup? You find a dating partner, not sex partners or whatever. Sarah or Sadie Mae or something like that. I honestly don't remember the name of it. But when they expose all those people, then it was, oh, look at what we've got. We're going to go out and find, if you're on that list, we're going to get you. And you know who they ended up getting? A bunch of leftists. Yeah, I bet you know what would be funny? If they look at this 4,500 people and 80% of them are leftist. And they've said good things about Trump, like, well, say what you want about his politics, but his spas are amazing. That Frederico's hands should be minted and put in the Smithsonian. I don't know what they would say, but it's disturbing that people want to steal data and out people. Let people live their lives.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.